Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to try out Dead in Vinland. It's important to stress that what you're looking at here is a preview build, so everything that you're about to see is subject to change. I also just got my press key, so this is going to be a first impressions video, and on top of that, I was advised not to go beyond day 7. I'm under an embargo, so I won't be able to really offer any sort of opinion or get really far into the game, but I can show you the first bit of it. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, I haven't played this before, but I have played its predecessor by the same folks, Dead in Bermuda. In Dead in Bermuda, you controlled a group of survivors on an island. You had to assign them to different tasks. You know, Jacob might be good at fishing, or I don't remember all of their names off the top of my head, but you had some people assigned to craft things. You had some people to explore the island. And they got to level up their stats as they went. You had food that you had to worry about, morale, that kind of thing. And I'm curious to see how this game ties into this, if at all, or if it's a different playstyle altogether. I guess we'll find out. Again, keep in mind this is a preview build, but here's the settings menu: language, display, and resolution. You've got your volume sliders here, music off for the sake of the commentary and to prevent copyright issues, and then camera controls. Constant motion in battle. That's kind of weird. That's something that Dead in Bermuda didn't really have. Any combat that was done in Dead in Bermuda was just, you know, an owl might swoop in and go, "Wah!" And then your character might take damage or dodge the attack, something like that. It was nothing. It was nothing to write home about. Okay, slot 1. Again, I can't show you a whole bunch, but I will do my best to show you as much as I can. Choose your challenge. Nice vacation, survival, or extreme conditions. You can also choose True Viking. They don't need checkpoints. They live day to day knowing perfectly well that they only have the current save. Carpet diem, seize the day. Let's go with Nice Vacation, just because I prefer an easier experience, but this will also give me a chance to learn the game without beating my head against a wall. Quick Start skips the first introductory dialogue. I'm not going to do that either, because I don't know how many days that might skip.
I've always had simple needs. A roof. A family. A peaceful life. But, like the skalds sing, you can't always get what you want. And what the gods gave me was fire and steel. Kill the bastard! They screamed. Luckily, we were warned in time. I can't forget the tears of my beloved Bloodywed when they burned down our house. Our memories. I yelled, "Drop these bags and row if you want to live." We barely escaped on a stolen boat, with no map and no destination. They didn't bother to follow us. No turning back. We were exiled. This is how our miserable journey began. We drifted for days. Depressed, hungry, lost. We thought we had reached the end of the world, when the gods sent us the most terrible storm. Our fate was decided. Death. Oblivion. Then, we saw it, coming out of nowhere. Salvation. Or Loki's dirty tricks. The gods are playing with us. But I just know that we must survive.
Okay. No voice dialogue, unfortunately, but Okay, if you're missing any of this dialogue, it's just, you know, hey, we're glad to be together, that kind of thing. Comfort her, joke with her, scold her, I guess comfort. As long as the family sticks together, we'll be fine. Okay, so there is... These are similar status adjustments that I would see in Dead in Bermuda. Depression would go up or down. I'm assuming hunger is going to be the same way in this game. So I'm guessing it's a similar gameplay style, just in a different setting. We've got Vikings this time instead of a ragtag team of people that are just, you know, you got your... In Dead in Bermuda, you had, like, your little girl, you had the Russian spy, you had the old guy, you had the strong brute force, you know, really strong guy. It just, you had all these different stereotypes. Here you've got Vikings instead, so... We should explore. Okay. Dead in Bermuda was also pretty dialogue heavy too. There was a story behind it, but it was meh, in my opinion. I enjoyed the survival aspects more than I enjoyed the story. Okay, so it looks like they came across a wooden shack. Look for survivors. One of them has a big hole in his skull. Ooh. We found some bones. Our depression went up as a result. How did they die? Is the island inhabited? What do we do now? Let's do that. There's no hope of turning back. We must start a new life here. Okay. Alright, so again, you're going to have people also forming relationships throughout the story. It looks like this is a family, so I don't see how it's going to get too far out of hand. But hey, you never know. Something might surprise me. We'll need husbands if we want to repopulate the island, huh? Okay. No way. No, ever. So we have some potable water and a few days worth of rations. Alright, so there's our water supply. Don't drink water coming from the rivers before boiling it. That means we'll need to build a fire. A fire mushroom. That's tinder, okay. And they're talking about scavenging supplies from their ship. Wood, stone, that kind of thing. Here's some wood, some rope, some stone. Okay. Turn-based game, so there's 3 phases, morning and afternoon, during which your characters can perform tasks. Night is when they discuss, eat, drink, and rest a little before the next day. Very, very similar to Dead in Bermuda. You did the same exact thing, actually. Basically, it was like 2 actions during the day, and then at night you got to witness dialogue and the like. Alright, so we've got fire, potable water, and non-potable water. So that's something that's a little different. In Dead in Bermuda, you just had a water supply. Here, you actually have to take time to boil it. Alright, light the fire. Right now, the fire is completely off. You can light the fire using 5 wood and tinder. Once lit, you only need to feed it some wood, then its intensity decreases. Without fire, the family won't hold out for long. And tinder is pretty scarce. Tender, yeah. Alright. They also can't survive long enough, or can't survive long without purified potable water. Okay. The decrease of fire intensity in the process. So we're going to have to manage fire and water, because one does feed off the other from the looks of it. Okay. Alright, so now we have to assign tasks. Oh, cool. So on the very bottom, we can actually just jump to different locations. All the characters can be accessed from the sidebar. Oh, that's actually convenient. In Dead in Bermuda, you sort of had to find them and drag and drop. Drag Moria and drop her into a search slot. Alright, so search is over here on the left. In Dead in Bermuda, the search was on the far right. It's going to take some time to get used to this new layout. So the shipwreck is here. Alright, so we did that. Yes? Or is this not the search slot? Alright, I did. Again, this is early, well, this is a preview build, so maybe either I'm doing it wrong or it's just not advancing appropriately. Send to shelter, let's do that. Let's try this again. Unless there's a different spot for searching. Oh, okay, so exploring is on the far right. Alright, so that's shipwreck. There's a difference between exploring and actually taking care of the shipwreck. Okay. Drag Moria onto the search slot. Well, this is explore. This is shipwreck. Shelter. Nothing here. Alright, so maybe it is back here. I guess shipwreck is considered search. That's the wrong person anyway. Clicking on them once, click send to shelter. Okay, and then Moria is the one that we want, which is this one. There we go. Someone should take care of fetching water. Bloodweed. That would be her, I guess. Fetch water. Upgrade my camp. The workshop enables crafting. Eric. Workshop. Choose crafting plan. So there's shelter expedition, workshop, water supplies. There's lumber camp. Build a lumber camp as soon as possible. There's also rest area, tavern, harvesting camp, cooking pot, herbalist, healing tent, forge, fishing camp, hunting camp, mining camp, dryer, garden, and pens. All right, so there's a lot of stuff. And it looks like there's actually sort of like a tech tree here too of sorts. Very small, but it's there. You can improve it. The workshop is currently damaged, which is indicated by the color of the hammer. Okay, so it's yellow. Okay. Crafting speed is 57%. Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to click on it, but nothing's really happening. Click here to view the camp condition. Okay, camp condition is here. Lower condition means lower efficiency, so be sure to repair them frequently to keep them at maximum output. Again, very similar to Dead in Bermuda. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying that a lot. Alright, it's just going to take some time to get used to the new UI and where everything is. Alright, so let's go ahead and let time flow. Scavenging skill went up, got some wood, got some rope. And got some fabric. And some raw fish. And some fish bait. And some Angelica. Man, she's been busy. A little fatigued, but that's okay. And depression. I guess she doesn't like being reminded of the fact that her boat crashed. The same thing happened in Dead in Bermuda. There was an airplane, I think it was. It might have been an airplane. Anyone exploring the airplane for supplies would be depressed because there were like dead bodies there and stuff. Alright, so we got some non-potable water. Potable water. We're going to have to turn that into potable water at some point. Alright, so we discovered a new area. Now we're searching the meadow. Okay, so here is the map. Okay, and I'm wondering if there's going to be other areas that are going to be revealed over time. This is the newly discovered location. Take the wood, search for loot. Let's search for loot. And I guess scavenging. Dig under. Okay, so we found an item from all that. And again, there's apparently skill checks that'll come up. That's something that sometimes Dead in Bermuda had me frustrated on because the RNG gods are never kind to me ever. So, you know, even if you have a skill check of, say, let's say you're at 70% or whatever, there's still a chance that you're going to fail it. So, and it could happen. I get it. But sometimes I'm unlucky in games like this. But I still enjoy it. That's why I put it on easy. Alright, some items are usable, which means they can be used instantly on any character. Remember to use them. You can access the Use Item pop-up via the sidebar, or by clicking directly on the character. Item pop-up, I'm guessing... What does it do? Ointment gets rid of depression. This foul-smelling potion... gets me sick, but helps my hunger out. I don't think that's a good idea. Sickness was incredibly difficult to deal with, I think, in Dead in Bermuda. As one person got sick, that sickness could spread to other people, and you only had so much herbs or whatever it was to actually get rid of that sickness. So if you let it get out of control, it was almost impossible to get rid of. So I try not to get sick if possible. Alright, so I'm going to leave that alone. I mean, I guess we could lower our depression, whoever's the most depressed, but... she's got a depression of 19, so I think out of everyone, she deserves it. Suspected Witch, oh boy. Restless Adventure, Unwilling Hero, and the Welsh Princess. Oh, he's sick already. That's not good. Maybe we should nip that in the bud now. Well, we'll wait till it gets to 10%. Who knows? Maybe they fixed it. Alright, so here is the character sheets. Okay. If one of the 4 family members die, the game is over. Each skill has different strengths. Expressed by their... okay, every character has different strengths expressed by their skills. Skills will increase over time when being used. Okay. Skills are grouped into 4 categories, each of which is negatively affected by different elements of the health of the character. So, for example, mental is down because of fatigue and depression. So, keeping people happy and taking care of them in games, well, at least in Dead in Bermuda, and this game as well, keeping them well-fed, depression-free, rested, all of that is important to keeping their skills up to perform other tasks. So it's also very important not to let them drop too low in other things besides sickness. Alright, close that. You should be able to plan the next phase on your own. Well, let's see what we might want to do. I need to see, first of all, where we stand with everything. Inventory is good. Camp condition. Healing tent, rest area. If we can repair this, that would be awesome. 1 stone for that. Alright, well. So we're out of stone. So we're going to have to get more. But we did repair our workshop, so it's in excellent condition. Shelter is in okay condition. I'm going to go ahead and repair that as well. Use some wood. There we go. Water supplies, we'll keep that in good condition. 99%, that's good. Alright, so we're going to need more supplies. The shipwreck, that's a good place to get supplies, but again, that's her depression is going to go up. Now, what is she good at? She's good at stealth. She's good at healing. She's good at intelligence. Wisdom. So I'm guessing she's more of like the researcher character. The little girl, the little girl in Dead in Bermuda was sort of like the scientist of the group, I think. I always had her doing research, and I have a feeling that she's going to be doing the researching as well. But we'll see. Maybe the other characters will have a better... Her harvesting isn't bad, so we might want to consider having her harvest. The question is, how do I know if this is scavenging? This is okay. So this search action is for scavenging. You know what? I don't. Let's put her back to the shelter for the moment. If that's scavenging, then yeah, she's not good at that. So I don't think that's where she needs to be. Crafting is at 24. You know what? Let's put everyone back for a minute and see where they would be best utilized. Now that we're left to our own devices here. Her exploration is at 55. If I were to look at the character sheets, that's the map. Again, I got to get used to the AI again, or the UI again. Natural resources, camp condition. Everything's good there. Task log. Build camp 1 out of 4. Yeah, okay. Scavenge all resources from the shipwreck. So we should probably still do that at some point. Let's send her back to the shelter as well. And let's see what everyone's best at. Okay, she's best at exploration. She's also got some courage, which I'm not sure what action that would be. Alright, his best is... He's got high strength. So, less fatigue when using the workshop, forge, water supplies, lumber camp. So maybe he is best for the workshop. We'll see. Forestry is Mining is Exploring Fishing is really... Well, it's but it's better. You know, I guess strength. So anything manual labor related, he'll tire less easily. The Welsh princess. Constitution. That's it. She's got some mental abilities as well, from the looks of it. Charisma. For every charisma-based action. But not good at much else. Scavenging is at 40, which isn't bad. Shipwreck. Okay, so maybe she should be doing the shipwreck. And then here's the suspected witch. Yeah. She's good at harvesting. Stealth. Okay. Stealth was useful in Dead in Bermuda when you had to roll against an enemy check, like, you know, roll to see if an enemy hits you or not. Yeah, that kind of thing. Alright, so with her, no, 19. What's the other one? This is 40. I think she's better off there. Workshop, we can continue crafting with him. Yeah. We need that lumber camp. We'll finish it up. Next. We can rest. This one's scavenging is 40. Do we really need to get more water at this point? Maybe we've got enough. I'm not sure how much water we use every night. So, I guess let's go ahead and get some more. 2.5. Alright, we're at 4. I don't know how much everyone uses every night, so... And we'll use some wood to bring that up. Okay, we need more wood and we need more stone. So if there's a way to find more, we're going to have to try and figure that out. There's only... Okay, she's good at exploration. Keeping her on that, I think, is the way to go. And that leaves... her. Which I'm not exactly sure where to put her. The logging camp is being constructed. What could she do? Maybe get some more potable water? I mean, what other choice does she have at this point? I mean, we could have her rest, but... Alright. Scavenging is 19. Alright, might as well. We'll switch them out. Next. Got some wood. Got some rope. Fabric. Raw fish. Arrows. Alright, lumber camp is done. Enables wood cutting activity for one character. There that is. So apparently you use water to explore. Good to know. And we'll see in a minute what gets consumed at night. The sun is fading. Time for the family to make final arrangements before night, during which they will chat, drink some water, eat a bit, and sleep. There is nothing set in stone, but a good rule of thumb is to have some food, approximately 1 potable water per person, and to be sure that the fire intensity is high enough so they won't die during their sleep. Alright, let's just make sure. We've got 3.5 potable water. That may not be enough. Let's make sure we've got a little bit more than that. Alright, we've got 4. 5 for good measure. 5.5. There we go. Alright. End day. I haven't seen anything with regards to food yet. Is this a new location? Oh, wheat patch. Harvest, hunt here. Harvest. Gardening. I guess her. Ooh, level 2. 9 wheat. Alright, hunt. She's best at it. There you go. Stealth or hunting? Stealth. Yeah. A small rodent. Raw meat. Okay, so we have to cook it. If I go to the fire, I wonder if I can cook it from here. I don't see that yet. I wonder if I actually have to craft some sort of fire. Crafting plan. Workshop. Rest area. Tavern. Cooking pot. Yes. We need more wood and more stone for that. The rest area, we've got enough lumber and enough fabric. I guess we'll build napping activity for one character. We could also build a harvesting camp. Enables fresh fruit harvesting activity for one character. Making fruit juice. Okay. So do I want to rest? Or do I want to... do I want to do a rest area? Or do I think food... Well, we do need to rest. But we do rest at night already. You know, let's go with the harvesting camp. And end day. I still need to cook that raw meat. Ooh, here we go again. It's already starting. Man, these guys don't get along very well. Holy cow. Can't they just get along, for crying out loud? Every night, the characters will most likely be dehydrated. The more potable water you give them, the more likely they will rehydrate. If they reach dehydrated 4 and are not rehydrated that night, they die. Drag and drop a ration. I wonder how food stacks up with this. 90% chance to recover from dehydration. As is. Okay. Next. Share the food. Well, if we got raw meat, if there's a way to eat better food, that would be awesome. Most of the food is perishable. A good bit of it will rot before the end of the night. Drag and drop food on each of them until they are satisfied. Alright, well, we've got some fish. We're going to get sick eating this, though. Nauseated. I think that's good. Sickness went up. Fatigue went down. Fire went down. And some food rot. Alright. Cooking food is going to be absolutely necessary, so we need to do that at some point. Okay, today's weather. Okay, so there are weather effects in this game now. Then Bermuda didn't have that. Okay, and there's a little plus sign. I wonder if that's because she leveled up. Oh, she did. So we can increase healing, depression gains, minus 10%, sage, increase her wisdom, fast injury recovery, apprentice gardener. Let's go with the depression gain help. Yeah. The less I have to manage them, the better. Alright, so I know I said that I could film this up to day 7, but the video has gone on for about 20 minutes to half an hour now, so maybe I'll save another couple of days for a future video. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to my channel, and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.